Today is my 35th birthday, and for those of you guys who don't know me, I used to make YouTube videos back in the day, back before the word influencer even existed, and I used to kind of do like a little recap after my birthdays. I have one video that kind of blew up called 25 Life Lessons by the time I turned 25, and that was exactly 10 years ago. So here I am now, 35 years old, and I was watching that video last night and I actually agreed with everything that I said. Surprisingly, right? Because a lot can change in 10 years. But I was looking at my younger self and I was thinking, wow, I was actually like a very smart young lady. Not that I'm not smart anymore, but I was very proud of my younger self for just posting that video and talking about the things that I had learned. So now that I'm 35, I want to talk about a few other life lessons that have definitely kicked my ass, but I think are so important to share. So here you go. Don't worry about how long something is going to take you, because time is going to go by regardless. If there's something that you want to do, if you want to go back to school, if you want to get a certain certification, a training, anything, you want to learn how to do nails, anything, just do it. Don't worry about how long it'll take you, because you will finish before you know it. Spend money on memories rather than materialistic things. Don't get me wrong. I love a good bag. I love shoes. I definitely have my weakness. But as I've gotten older, I find the need to have anything designer, honestly, a lot less and less. I'd rather take that money, whether it's $1,000, $1,500, and treat my friends to dinner or just book a trip. So as you get older, I just think that that's something you're going to start valuing a lot more. When we're younger, when we start making money, especially when we start making more money, I just feel like we get tempted to buy all of the things that maybe we couldn't buy ourselves before. And maybe we all need to go through that experience, but I will always emphasize this. Buying memories is so much more better than buying something materialistic. If he seems too good to be true, he probably is. I didn't know about love bombing until I turned 30 years old, so all I'm gonna say is look into it, because it's pretty scary, and it happens a lot, unfortunately. So take it slow. Take your time on getting to know someone. Don't rush into anything. Some of the people in your life that you think they'll never do me like that will absolutely do you like that. And hopefully, if you're lucky, you won't have too many of them. But I think for all of us, we're all gonna have at least one or two friends in our lifetime that completely disappoint us and break our hearts. And just know that that might be your reality as well. If you have a feeling that someone really isn't your friend, trust your intuition, because you're probably right. Do not let a man take you out for drinks on the first date. That is not a date, and getting drunk with a man on the first date is just overall not a good idea. You don't know who you're hanging out with. You don't know the type of person that they are. And really, do you want them to get to know you while you're getting a little bit drunk? I just feel like there's nothing wrong with drinking, but save that for people that you're 100% comfortable with and feel safe around. Make the man buy you a nice dinner. If you are gonna drink, maybe just have one and keep it there. 2 things to always invest in: good shoes and your bed. Make sure that your bed is the most comfortable. Invest in the best comforters, inserts, pillows, anything to make it comfortable, because good sleep is important. And again, if you're not sleeping, you're standing up. So make sure that you are going for quality shoes. They don't have to be designer, but they definitely have to be quality. That guy that you don't want to give a chance to because you think he's a little bit too much of a square, he's not as cool as that other guy that wants to pick you up and take you on a date, who has a lot of game. I'm telling you right now, the men that have the most game, the most mouthpiece, those are actually the ones that you want to be careful around, because they know exactly what to say. The guys that are a little bit intimidated by you, a little more shy, they might do some things that are a little bit like silly because they're a little nerdy. Those are the men that one day they're gonna make the best husbands and the best fathers to your kids. So remember, the person who you are dating might be the person that you have kids with, and you need to be very careful with who you choose. You are only allowed to go through a man's phone once in your life, okay? You're allowed to go through a man's phone once in your life, and I say that because after you've gone through a man's phone once and you have seen what you needed to see, You will in the future no longer date anybody that will ever make you feel like you need to go through their phone in the first place. And if you do find yourself feeling like you need to go through another person's phone, that's already a red flag. That's because you know that there's something in the phone as it is. So why bother looking? Why give yourself that trauma? Why go through that heartbreak again? Like I said, you're only allowed to go through a man's phone once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Don't bleach your hair more than twice a year. You don't need to do this, and this is specifically directed to the brunettes. As you can see, I did just get my hair done last week, but I only put bleach in my hair once a year, and that's why it's so shiny and it's so healthy. I let it grow out. It looks disgusting for a while. My roots will be like this long, but then it's so worth it because I know that my hair can't handle that much bleach. I mean, if your hair can handle it, then by all means. But even if you're someone who has lighter hair than me, I would strongly suggest bleaching it just twice a year. Believe me, being patient with your hair definitely pays off. Remember that this is not a race. Do not compare your life to other people and feel like you're behind because you're not married or you don't have kids. Just because people are married with kids does not mean they are happier than you. Remember that everything that people post on social media is one thing, but behind closed doors, it's the complete opposite. Not all the time, but for the most part, people are only going to be posting their happy moments and making it seem like their lives are perfect. Being married to the right person is so important. Take your time and don't worry about being a quote unquote old mom. I don't care how old you are, you're not old, okay? It's better to be a little older, if anything, but genuinely happy and with the right person. So take a deep breath. Don't worry. People who want to talk about you are always going to talk about you regardless. It doesn't matter what you do. You can be getting your master's, your PhD, and someone will be like, why has she been in school for so long? What's wrong with her? She's going to have so much student debt. Believe me, no matter what you do, the people that do not like you are always going to find something to talk about. So do whatever makes you happy and don't worry about the judgment from other people. Have fun, okay? I'm sure people make fun of the fact that me and one of my best friends have a podcast, but honestly, we have so much fun and we don't care if only 5 people listen to it. So live your life. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Speaking of how short life is, unfortunately, in my 35 years of life, I have already gone through grief a handful of times, and I've lost people that were very special and very close to my heart. And it has been one of the toughest feelings to navigate because, as anyone who has lost a loved one will tell you, grief comes in waves. You have moments where you're okay and you have moments where you're not okay. And you know, you miss them, you wish you could speak with them, you wish you could hang out with them, and it's honestly the worst feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. But that being said, we really need to tell people how much we love them and appreciate them because life is so short and also very unpredictable. You just never know, if today is your last day. That's the truth. So don't waste any time. If you want to tell someone how you feel about them, go ahead and tell them. Even if it's a text for absolute no reason. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you so much. Hope you're doing well. It's that simple. Last but not least, I know that we've all heard this growing up, but it is so true as you get older. Age really is just a number. It's all about how you feel. Take care of yourself, eat healthy, work out, and make sure that you prioritize your needs so that you could fill other people's cup as well, because you can't fill from an empty cup. Once you've really mastered that, you're not going to be afraid to get older because honestly, I just feel like I keep getting better with age. I'm just saying. I just feel like every year that goes by, I know myself a little bit better. I'm a little bit wiser. I'm not out here making the same mistakes that I used to, and I just cannot be more grateful for that. So another year is another blessing. So that being said, welcome to Leo season, the best season of the whole year. And I wish I could give you guys 35 life lessons, but I would be talking forever and we don't have enough time. So yeah, love you guys. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching.